Okay. Good evening, everyone.
Yeah, good evening.
Okay.
Good evening.
Hope you enjoy your picnics.
I've been under the weather for some days now.
Oh, well, I hope you are better now.
By God's grace, just today.
Thank God. Thank God.
Okay. So you were given 2 assignments, right?
Yeah.
We've solved the first one, question 1, 2. This is the second part of the assignment, question 3 and 4. So as much as possible, we're going to solve both questions today, right? And we hope that within 2 hours, we will finish solving and explaining.
Okay.
So that let's say by 10 o'clock, we are done. So we just try as much as possible, go straight to the point. Okay. So let's start. These questions, the management of Executive Furniture Corporation decided to expand the production capacity of a craft factory and to cut back production at the market for each desk. The each for Bolly B. Can we please mute our microphones?
Yeah.
Okay. Nkoko 200 desks,
Yes.
Bolly 200 desks, and Sunyai 300 desks. And the requirement for each new factories are Accra 300, 300 desks, Kumasi 100 desks, and Takoradi 250 desks. I think from our reading, we see that Nkoko, Bolly, and Sunyai are the warehouses, right? Whereas Accra, Kumasi, and Takoradi are the factories. They manufacture in Accra, Kumasi, and Takoradi and send to the warehouses at Nkoko, Bolly, and Sunyai. Right. So we're expected to use northwest corner rule, least cost method, and Vogel's, the spelling, I think the spelling is wrong. Vogel's approximation to establish an initial feasible shipping schedule and calculate its costs, right? This is this straightforward question, right? And so let's begin with this particular one before we look at question 4. But this is transportation problem. The second question, let's look at the second question. Okay, the second is assignment. So first is transportation problem. Second is assignment problem. And
I think it's also
both
transportation.
problem.
We have product and distribution. It's also transportation.
Okay, find the best assignment of product to distributors. Okay, it could be, let's see.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah, but then they're all under operations research.
Yeah.
So let's begin with question 3. Okay, permit me to increase the thickness of the pen. To make it 2.5. Okay, question 3. I think this thickness is better. We have these are the warehouses. Whereas these ones are the factories from what we've read. So we have Nkoko, Bole, and Sunyani being the warehouses, and Accra, Kumasi, and I think the third one, Takrady. Not sure, I'll have to check. Yeah. Being what? The factories.
It's Takrady.
So yeah, Takrady. So these are the factories. You produce in Accra. So in other words, these are this AKT rather what supply, and NBS demand. So they receive.
No,
right?
it's the other way around.
Okay. You produce here. You
Yes.
produce Accra.
Yes.
And you trace, we have to trace this line. So you trace a line and write your answer here. So whatever we write here falls as, is considered as supply, right? So the supply comes from the factory. You supply from the factory to the warehouses. So if you want to know for Nkoko, you trace the row, the columns down. The result is written here, right? The result is here, here, here. So whatever is written here is under demand, right? So this is supply and that is demand. Let's enter figures. We're told before then, let's enter the elements given here. We have 8, 4, 3. You can put that in square brackets at the top corner. 8, 4, 3. Eight, 4, 3.
5, 4, 3.
5, 4, 3.
Then 9, 7, 5. Okay.
9, 7,
5.
5. Okay. So we put this at the corner.
Oh, it's not around
as demonstrated. Then we write the others outside. So Accra, how many is Accra producing to supply? Accra is 300. Accra 300, Kumasi 100, Chapter 250.
Yeah.
So 300, 100, 250. 300, 300, 100,
and
250. Okay, so let's do Nkoko, Bole, and Sunyani. Nkoko is 200, 200, 300.
200, yeah.
300, 200, 200, 300. So our first responsibility is to check whether the Tableau or the problem is a balanced problem. How do we that? How do we do that? We need to check demand and supply. Demand must be equal to supply. So step one, check to be sure that demand is equal to supply. So for supply, we have
650.
650.
300, okay. 100, this 400 plus 250, and that is
650.
650, okay. And then demand, is it the same?
No,
Six-
it's
700.
700.
600.
Or
700,
okay.
yeah.
F4
So it's not
700.
balanced.
F4 plus 10.
It's not balanced.
So not balanced, okay.
Yeah.
So the first thing to do
Uh,
is to balance it. So how do you
Yeah.
balance?
you increase it.
Which of them do you increase?
The supply. The column.
Okay, by, how do you increase?
By creating another column.
Yes, okay.
You apply the dummy.
Yes, it's called a dummy. So are we creating a dummy row or a dummy column? We're
No, a
creating
dummy.
a dummy row. Is that right? Okay, good.
Yeah.
So we create a dummy row. Let's do that here before moving on to another board. So it becomes 4 rows now instead of 3. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2. Okay, this one remains as 3.
Dummy row. Okay, that's 1, 2, 3, 4.
Okay, so we have 8,
When you go
4.
to the dummy.
Please, who is talking in the background? Is it a call? Now, this is the dummy row we've created. So what will be the costs? 0, 0, 0. What we have here, these elements we have here are the costs. The ones at the top left corner, they are the costs. So we've added a dummy row with the cost being equal to 0. And this was 300.
Yeah. 100.
100. 250. But remember, this was 650. We needed to balance with the 700. So what's the difference? The
50.
difference is 700 minus 650, which is 50.
50.
So the 50 should be here. And here we have 200, 200,
200.
300. So now we are sure that everything gives us 700. So this is what we're going to work with. Right? So this is what we're going to work with. So we're going to use this, and what method? Northwest corner. We're going to begin with northwest corner. Northwest corner. I think I tried something the other day. It was possible to copy this and paste somewhere. Yeah, but okay. I'm going to rewrite it rather. So please take note of this and mention it. So what is our initial Or what was that, Tableau?
Mm,
Okay, someone is talking in the background. Okay. We had 4. Four rows. Okay, it's not 4.
let's
Okay. Now we
This
have
one is-
4 rows, 3 columns. So
we have 8.
The screen, please.
Should we go row or column?
Let's
The
do
screen is
row
off.
by row.
Row, okay.
Okay. Are you sure your screen is off?
No,
Okay,
no, no.
8,
It's not off. 8, 4,
8,
3. 4.
4, 3.
Yeah. And
Mhm.
5, 4,
Five.
3.
5,
5 what?
4, 3.
4.
Okay.
4, 3.
And 9, 9, 7, 5.
9.
Yeah, how about 0, 0, 0?
Okay. And this was?
Our supply is 300,
100.
100,
250.
250,
And 50.
Okay, here.
You have 200, 200, 300.
Okay.
Yeah.
Sandra.
Hey, my Sandra is not around.
Sandra is not
Oh.
here today. Are you
Hey,
here?
she
Oh,
did
yeah.
like
Hey, I've not heard your voice.
Hey, do highlight that.
Okay, good. Okay, so is there another lady amongst us?
Yes.
Right. Is that
Yeah.
your voice?
Yeah, my lady.
Are you sure?
Let's see.
How many ladies do we have?
I know only Sandra, but I think there's another
Only
person too.
Honorable.
Okay, so far only Sandra. Okay.
Oh, Honorable is here. You're my lady.
Don't force there to be there.
Okay, good. So now we can use the northwest corner method, right? How do we do that?
Yeah.
We begin with the top left. So we're going to do top left, top left, top left.
Yeah.
This is the first top left. So we're going to assign this cell. We assign the list of either the demand or supply. So comparing demand and supply, we put 200 here. I think I explained the other time why we do this, right? Let's go back and try to establish this concept once again. Assuming you are, hello, are you listening? Someone is talking in the background. Assuming there's a factory, you own a factory, right? And in the factory, the maximum you can produce is 200. And someone has ordered for 300. In fact, someone has just made an order, but you only have 200. How many are you going to supply the person? You can't supply more than what you have. So that's what it means. You can't supply more than what you have. So you supply 200. Once you supply the 200, do you still keep your stores open?
No.
So what do? You close it. You don't have anything else to supply. You've run out of stock. But this other person requested for 300. You gave him or her 200. It means the person still has how many to go and look for? 100 elsewhere. So the person looks elsewhere. Now, when we say elsewhere, we have Accra. Remember, we have this is
Accurate. Yeah.
Nkoko, Bole,
Bole.
and Sunyani. Okay, we have
Yeah.
Accra, Kumasi, Takrady. So let's call this elsewhere. So we call this elsewhere, right?
Okay.
So this 100, this person is going to look for this 100 in either go back to, you cannot get this here. So look, just check somewhere else. Okay, someone is asking for the link, Butchie. I don't know why. You see the problem? People keep asking for link because they've not saved my WhatsApp number. I don't send this thing to the link to individuals. I send as a broadcast message. What it means that if my number is not saved on your phone, you wouldn't have it. I think I've told them before, so they still okay. If you don't save it, so let me just use this a few minutes to send them the link.
Okay. Battery, I just want to get it.
Egbeje battery be ade kwa.
Oh,
Okwa foro we ka va pack all. Egbe is
crack,
holiday.
crack. Yeah, Gerardo, man.
Efo, it's not you alone. It's not you alone.
Hello,
Why
everyone.
you
can disturb, you can disturb too much.
When you are speaking to him, we don't talk. Why do you get offended when we speak?
No,
Me, I'm unaware. But the way you people are talking too much on it, it's too much.
How many have you spoken? How many have you spoken? How many have you spoken?
Please.
Hey, let there be peace. Let there be peace. Let there be peace. Don't worry.
Noise. Okay, I mean noise.
Let there be peace. Let there be peace. Let there be peace.
Okay.
Problem, I think.
Okay. I've given. It's left with one person more. I'm not seeing his message. Okay. Okay. So we're back.
Fortune, good evening.
Yes, please.
Yeah, please, can you make me a co-host so that those who disturb in class, I'll mute their mics for you. They
Okay,
disturb too much.
That's a request.
Yeah.
Yeah, so make me a co-host. I'll silence all of them.
Okay, that's good. I hear you. Okay, so we're back. So we're done with this first. Now, what is left? We're only left to this area, right? So where's the top left corner? Please take note that we're doing the northwest corner, right? So this is the northwest top left corner. So the top left corner is this cell. So let's just assign this cell. We have a supply of a demand of 100 and a supply. I hope I'm right. Okay, we have. Let me not use that demand and supply for now. It might be confusing. So let's say we have 100 and 200. So what do you assign? Yes, please.
Hello, sir.
Yes, please.
You said the bottom is the demand, and the right hand side is the supply. So I think if you can, yes,
maintain that. Okay. So we have. So this is the supply. So we have a supply of 100, and then what's for this particular cell? Supply 100, demand 200. So what do we do? 100, always the least. Is that right? Is that right? Okay, no response. this
They
out.
say we shouldn't talk, so we can keep it.
Okay,
Why
I
100?
understand. Yes,
Uh,
we're left with 100. So the 100 is here. Out of
okay.
the 200, we reduce it by 100. Let's see the next. This is the area left. Where's the top left corner? This is the top left cell. So we're going to assign the cell. We have 100, 100. So what do we do? 100.
Supply 100.
Yes, but what do we do? We cancel this 100, right? We're going to cancel both, but take note, we cancel this 100. Either we've canceled this, right? We should do the same with this, but we have to be cautious, right? I mean, being cautious in the fact that one of them, we're going to write 0. Okay, so which of them should we write? Any of them, you can pick any of them and just write 0. If you don't write the 0 there, you're going to have a problem. So where should we write 0? Here or there?
Supply.
The supply.
Portion.
Okay, so I've added 0 here.
That doesn't mean when you supply, you don't have anything at the store.
No, this one here, you see, let me go back a little.
Yeah.
Okay, we need to assign the cell.
Exactly.
Right?
Yeah.
Take note that, no, before then, we had already canceled this. We had 100 left.
Yes,
Remember, we had 100 left. Now,
Okay.
if the demand, for a particular cell, the demand is equal to the supply, right? It means that you only have to keep one door closed and the other open, right?
Okay.
So we have, as they are equal to 100.
Okay.
So we may decide that this 100, we cancel this, for instance, and close this, right? We'll also cancel this, but you can't close this. So because you're not closing this, you see, you can't cancel column and row at the same time. It's either you're canceling the column or you're canceling the row. We've decided to cancel column, right? Because we're not canceling the row, we write 0 there.
So it could be other way around.
Yes, we can decide that we want to cancel the row. So we cancel this side. If we cancel this one, we're not going to cancel this, but we write 0 under this one. Take note.
Okay.
So what are we left with here? We're left with this area. What's the top left corner? Here. Right? So this cell is at the top. So if we are to assign the cell, what do? We have 0 and 300. What is the list? What is the list?
0.
Correct. Now we can cancel this out. And then out of 300, we still have what? 300. You get it? Now we have this area left. So imagine you didn't write the 0. Where would this have come from? You get it? So now we have 300. Without writing the 0, you realize that by the time you finish, look up here. How many is left? How many is left here? It's not only 300. But what about this side? 300 as well. Without the 0, you realize that they will not balance out. Okay, so what do you do at this point? We have only these 2 cells left. We are going to do the top left corner. So here we have this point, we have 250 and 300. So we assign the least of the 2. So 250, right? It means we've canceled this out. But here we still have how many left? 50 left.
50.
Okay, so here we don't need to think about the whether top left or what, but this is the last of the cells we need to assign. And luckily for us, it's balanced. You see, if we did not do this at this point, if we didn't do this, we wouldn't have had this answer that way, because see, we added this dummy row.
Yeah.
So this is 50. So put the 50 here and cancel.
So
This time around, cancel. There's no need to write 0 anywhere. You get it? Because we don't have any allocations, extra allocations. But let's confirm that what we've done is actually, that makes sense. We need to know the number of feasible allocations, right? Number of feasible allocations should be where M represents the rows, right? M represent the rows. Is how many rows? 4 rows. How many columns? 3 columns. Minus 1, which is equal to 6. It must be 6. So let's confirm that. We have first initial basic feasible solution is equal to, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So that's correct. This would be 8 by 200 plus 4 by 100 plus 4 by 100 plus 3 by 0 plus 5 by 250 plus 0 by 50. And this should be equal to, okay, we have a calculator here. Eight by 200 plus 4 by 100 plus another 4 by 100 plus 3. Obviously this is 0, but I don't know why I'm doing it this way. Plus 5 by 250 plus this also 0 by 50. Okay. So this is 3,650. Okay, next method.
So,
it's as easy as ABC. Yeah. Yeah, who is asking?
Yeah, I'm asking a question.
Okay.
At where you wrote 0.
Yes.
Hello.
If it's 0, is it important to write the 0 there? And 1.
Yes, you have to.
And one from the 4 plus.
The same Chinyani at the top.
Hello. Hello.
Two questions.
No. I think the second person, his network is bad, so he's not even hearing what the first person is saying. He doesn't know someone is asking a question. That's why. Sometimes when one person is talking, the other person, your network is bad, someone is asking a question. So hold on. You're not hearing the person asking question. Okay, Peter, you can continue.
Yeah, what I'm saying is, at Sunyani, where you mark, you cancel at the top.
Yes.
Why is it that over there, since there is nothing at the supply, why didn't you write 0 there? if you didn't write the 0, will it affect your solution?
It should. So that's why I mentioned it, that if you don't write the 0, it will affect your solution. You realize that you're not get the 6, you get 5 rather. You not get the 6 allocations, you're wrong. That's why I needed to cross check. You're likely to get 5 instead of 6, meaning you're wrong. But you can try it and see. When
But
you're
0
writing out, and what you need to be doing is that you can take screenshots like this solution now. Okay. You take a screenshot. You can take screenshots so that when you're rewriting the assignment, you can easily copy out. Okay, I'm listening.
The reason I'm saying is you are multiplying 0 times 50, and it's still giving you 0. So if you didn't write that,
yes,
that's what I'm saying. Whether
and it's 0, right? It doesn't make sense.
If it's 0, and maybe in examination I didn't write 0 yet, and I didn't also acknowledge it, it's because it's 0. It means my answer.
Yeah, are you sure? Here in the box here, you must write it. If you don't put it here, you'll not even get this solution right. Okay, who is talking in the background? Okay, so let's assume that we've answered the question, right?
Right.
Okay. Yes, another person was asking. Okay, I'm sure the person is cleared. Let's move on to let's move on to solve the same problem using what method we're supposed to use? List cost method. So list cost method. Okay. We need the table. So this time around, we'll rather, instead of starting all over like this, we'll just pick our final Tableau and move on with it. So we're going to use this one here to continue. No, it's here rather. Okay. So we're doing the list costs. What did I do? So list cost method is also as simple as the other. So we have 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. 1. My lines, I don't know why today my lines are not straight. Okay. Can someone mention 853, right? Am I right?
No, the first one is 843.
843.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Then you have 543.
Two of these numbers are likely to play tomorrow.
975.
Did you hear that?
Yeah, it's 973, not 5. Okay. It's correct. It's okay.
Is it about lottery? Is it about lotteries?
I said two of these numbers are likely to play tomorrow. If you know, you know. If you know, you know. Okay. 200, 200, 300. Two what? This was 250, 100, right?
No, the first one is 300.
300, 100,
yeah.
250.
Yeah. And 50.
50. Okay.
Hello, Function, I want to ask some question.
Okay.
Can you apply dummy when you are doing is it agrarian or something like that? Can you apply also that for that?
Can someone help us?
Yeah, so far as you have an imbalanced tableau.
Because there is a question. It's one of the assignment anyway. I was looking at. I don't know whether you are going to solve that as well.
Okay, we'll try.
Okay.
Yes, if I understand you, you are saying, can we apply the same to assignments? Because we're doing transport.
Yeah, exactly.
Problem.
That's
can we
the
apply
question.
the same to assignment problem?
Yeah.
Okay, would see.
Okay.
Right?
Yeah, thank you very much.
Okay, thank you. Okay, so we're doing the list costs. Let's look within which cost is the least. 0, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, 0.
Yeah, 0.
Which of them should we use? In this case, let's compare costs as well as supply and demand, right? We have 3 zeros. They're all lists. But assuming we select this one, it means we're looking at this cell, which is 250. So we can take the 50. If we're looking at this, it's still 250. We can take 50. If we're looking at this, it's 350. We can take 50. So let's just pick any of them. Let's start with this. So if we take this, we allocate 50. We take this off, right? Nothing is left. But here, out of the 200, we'll be left with 150. I'm sure you agree.
Yeah.
So with the remaining, what is the list cost? The list here, do we have any one? No one. Is there 2? No 2, there's 3. The 3, actually 3. 1, 2, 3. Which of them do we pick? Let's assume we take this one. We'll have to allocate 300. 300. Here will be 100. Here will be 250. So let's take this at least. This gives us the lists. So we allocate 100. So this is off. Cancel out this row. But this will be left with 200. Of what is left, what is the list costs? We have 3 here and another 3. Should we take this? We allocate 200. Yep. Should we take this? It's still 200. So I'll pick the one at the top. Any of them works. So it means we've allocated, we've run out of stock here, or with how many? 100. We have 4 left. Of the 4 left, which is the least costs, 4 is the least costs. This cell is a list. We have 200 and 100. So we allocate 100. Then we strike out this row, but then we're left with 100. Right, so we have 2 left, this and that, which is a list. No, 7 is a list. So here we're allocating 100. 100, but then this is out. But the 250 will be left with 150. Obviously, the last cell must balance out 150, 150. So just allocate the 150 and cancel them out. So that's it. initial basic feasible solution. Initial basic feasible solution will be equal to, maybe I should rather write it here so that initial basic feasible solution will be equal to 4 times 100 plus 3 times 200 plus this 3 times 100. I'm sure a number of you are watching from your phone. Is that right?
Yes.
On our computer.
Okay, but I think majority will be using their phones to watch.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So what I'm writing, if you're using a phone, is it clear enough? Can you see the writings? For those using the phones.
Yeah.
Okay. Sandra, you're using your phone.
Yeah.
I could tell because you were the one who responded first. 4 by 100 plus 3 by 200 plus 3 by 100 plus 9. I have a lot of questions for us to solve with respect to statistical methods. I'll send you a PDF, a book. I think the book contains a lot. I think that's what your lecturers are also using. All right.
Okay.
Because I realized recently that a number of the questions you're given are just picked from the book as assignment. And it contains, I think, all the topics you're doing, everything arranged in order. So I think that is the book your lecturers are using.
Okay.
So this 3350. So when I send the book to you, would use the book and go topic by topic and try to solve the exercises at the back. The more questions we solve, the better it is. We'll understand better and be sure we're ready for the exams. So this 3350, but let's compare this to the other one. Which one is better? 365033. So the least cost method is, for this particular problem, is better, right?
Yep.
Okay, so let's do the next one using Vogel. Yes, please.
Can I please take a
I can hear you.
I wanted to take a screenshot.
Hello, can you go back a little bit? Well, my network was no. I want to see the IBF first.
Yes, sir. Thank you. I'm done.
Okay.
Hello, sir.
Yes, please.
I think the time we're explaining the supply and the
demand.
Yeah, I've gone off. So if you can highlight on just a point for me.
Okay. Let's finish the other one. I'll send you the video.
Oh, okay.
You've forgotten, right? You have the video. So we're doing the Vogel's approximation method. Okay, yep. Now, Vogel approximation method. Remember, we'll be doing our penalties here. The row and column penalties. With this particular one, you need enough space. Give yourself enough space at the bottom and the right-hand side. Some of your sounds are funny, right? Because of the network.
Bad.
So some of the sounds I'm hearing, they are funny sounds. Is it 8-4 something?
843.
8-4-3.
Yeah. F 5-4-3.
5-4-3.
And 9-7-5. 9-7-5.
You the project management classes, sorry, but it distorted his sound. So we're all alarmed because we thought he was crying. So right at 300, 100, 250, 50. So 200, 200, and it's supposed to be 700. So this will be 300.
Yeah.
Okay, good. So give enough space. I would want to do the penalties here. These penalties are row penalties. You can also, instead of row penalties, you can take that to be demand penalties or something, supply penalties. And okay, we have row and column penalties. Okay, so let's fire. Penalty, what's the lists in this row? Let's do the row penalties first. The list is 3. What is the next list? 4. Penalty is 1.
1.
Because 4 minus 3, 1. The list here is 1. The next list is 4. Difference, 4 minus 3, 1. The list here is 5. Next is 7. Penalty, 2. That is 7 minus 5. The list here is 0. The next list is 0. Penalty, 0.
0.
Here, the list is 0. The next is 5. Penalty, 5. The list is 0. The next is 4. Penalty, 4. The list is 0. The next is 3. Penalty, 3. Of all of this, which row or column has the highest penalty? It is row 1.
5. Column.
Okay. So this is column rather, sorry.
Column
is this.
1.
So we go back to column 1 and assign the list. What is the list here? 0 is the list, is that right?
0.
Okay, so we're going to assign this cell 50, 200. We'll assign 50 here. All right, and let me use a different pen so that it stands out. So 50. So this is off.
550.
Yes.
Okay.
50.
Okay.
So this will left with 150. Okay.
Okay.
Then we'll repeat the same thing. Penalty will not change anything here. So penalty is the same. We've not changed anything. Penalty is the same. We've not changed anything. Penalty is the same. We've canceled here out, so no penalty. Here we cancel out the 0. So the list here is 5. The next list is 8. Penalty is 3. We've done here we've canceled out the 0. So 4 list. The next list is 4. Penalty is 0. The list here is 3. Next is 3. Penalty is 0. Now that we have these penalties, we need to assign which of these penalties, row and column, is the highest?
3.
3. So meaning column 1. So go back to the column, assign the next list's costs. So that would be, which is the next list cost here is 5.
5, yeah.
So we have to assign the cell, we have 100 and what 150. So we allocate 100. That means this person had 100 out. This 100, we're allocating a cell. So you look across and downwards.
You cancel that one.
Yes, and you have 150. When you cancel the 150, 100, you left with 50. So let's run through again. We've not changed anything here, so it's still the same one. We have here nothing left. Here we've not canceled anything, so it's still 2. Here we've canceled out already, but here 8 and 9 is 1. Here 4 and
3.
3. Here 3 and 5, 2. Okay. That's the case. Wait. Which is the highest penalty? 3, right? When we compare 132 and 1-22, the highest is 3. So it means this 3 belongs to the second column. So go into the second column and assign the lists. So these are list costs, right? So we take this. Here we can assign 300, 200. So we have 200. So this with a 200, it means we've canceled this out. But out of 300, we'll be left with 100, correct. We go through our rounds of penalties again. This penalty now we have 8 and 3, so penalty is 5. Now, once you've canceled, it means you're going to continue canceling out. Here we have 9 and 5, so it's 4.
Oh.
Okay, here you've canceled already, so it still remain canceled. Okay, here we have 8 and 9. 8 and 9 is what? 1, right?
Yeah.
We're canceling now. Yeah. Here we have 3 and 5, 2. Okay. Three and 5, 2. Yeah, so is the highest 5.
5.
Yes, so that's all going to work with. These are highest. When we compare all of this, or compare this, see the highest is 5. So, and this 5 belongs to the first row. So go into the first row and do your allocation. So we're going to allocate here 3, 8. Okay, this has a list cost. So here we have 100, across we have 100, and down 300. So we should allocate 100. And then once you do the allocation, you cancel out this row completely because you have allocated 100. But out of 300, you'll be having 200 left, right? Then let's do our penalties. We've done this already, so cancel it out. Here, cancel this out. Here, 9 and 5, 4. I think this should be the highest. Dash already. Oh, no more space. But okay, there's a 9 here. No other one. Let's just write 9. This 9. Okay, I'm squeezing 9 here, right? Here we've canceled out already. And here we have 5. So
Wow.
which is the highest?
The 9.
9. So let's allocate that particular
Column 1.
50 and 250. So what should be here?
Yeah.
We have 50 and 250. So what should we write in here?
50.
Okay, we're writing 50 because it's the least of the 2.
50.
Yes, correct. So we've canceled this out. And then once we cancel that out, we'll be having cancel this 50. And out of 250, we'll be left with
200.
Correct. 200. Do we need to do rounds of penalties again? No, because we just have only one cell to allocate. And that cell must match. So you have 200, 200. Just allocate the 200 and cancel them out. And that's all. Okay. What about which one? Okay, our network is bad. I can't hear you. Can any other person hear him? Okay, I can hear you.
Wow.
Your network is bad. Is it clearer now? Okay, finally, our initial basic feasible solution will be 4 times 200 plus 3 times 100 plus 5 times 100 plus
9 times 50.
9 times 50 plus 5 times plus 0 times 50. What's the answer? Okay, I thought we'll be able to finish the second question as well.
Yes.
In our next meeting, we'll be doing the statistical methods. I'll send you the book I told you earlier.
Okay.
And all I need to do is to inform you in advance the page number or the questions we're going to solve, right? You can, so that you can attempt them yourself before we even meet. Is that okay?
Okay.
9 by 50 plus 5 by.
I'm getting 30, 50.
Then that is similar to the other. Oh. Okay, 30, 50.
It should be the lowest.
Yeah, it's the least of the three. 30, 50. Please, before you sleep tonight, I expect you to do something for me.
Okay.
Okay, it's a very simple task. It wouldn't take you more than 5 minutes. Unless you can't afford to do it.
Watch the video and subscribe.
Pardon?
Watch the video and subscribe.
Oh, and they subscribe to the YouTube channel, right?
Yeah.
Okay, that one is true because it won't take more than 5 minutes. But a number of people have only deposited 100 CDs.
Oh, okay.
And that's the people here. Yes. A number have only deposited 100 CDs. And they had promised that by the end of the month. And now the second month is even about to die. The first month they made the promise that month is dead and gone and buried. Now the second month is almost dying. Yes, please.
I think you should bring out your record list so you can fish out these particular people.
Yes.
Oh, I know them. I know them. I have a list already. I know them. So okay, I'm just making a general statement so that they can do it now. Maybe they've forgotten. So I'm sure as we're having the class, if I was even having the class, they can be doing it now. The number is this is the number.
Okay, thank you. Please let us pay you.
It's very important.
Right. The name is Yvonne.
Well, you are writing on my, if you don't take it, somebody will write it as part of the
solution.
Don't add this to your solution. So please, you can just quickly do this one, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Can we attempt the second one? I want us to start and we to finish, but I'm not sure we can start and finish this question.
Mr. Fortune, can you do it and give it to us? You can do it and give the video to us. We will follow.
Okay, that's not bad.
Yeah. So at your convenience,
okay, I can do that.
So we can start.
Let's start so that the rest then you do it.
It's not yet 10 o'clock, so probably if we can start and end by 10:30, it's better.
Okay. Okay, so let's start and say. Okay. Let's start. So we're told that Mr. Machi, the chairman of, okay, this part of my screen is not clear, but I think, yes, please. Yes, Sandra.
Please. No, it's Sandra.
Oh, your voice is.
Had a problem.
Okay, I can't hear you properly. There's a breakage in your listen.
Even if
okay, can you ask the question again?
The network is not good, so let's start.
I think she should just type. She should just type what she wants to say.
You can type. You can
yes,
you can chat, right?
Yeah.
You can chat because you can chat. Okay. Mr. Amachi, chairman of I mentioned that this part of my screen is not clear, but I think it's Agok because I've read this question before. Chairman of Agok Group of Companies has decided to apply a new method in assigning distributors to blah, blah, blah next year. As a criterion for judging who should be given what type of product, Mr. Amachi reviews the past 2 years' experience in dealing with these distributors on distributing evaluations, which were filled out by staff of the distribution team. Since each of the 4 distributors market 4 products at one time or another during the 2-year period, Amachi is able to record a product selling rating for each distributor. These selling ratings are shown in the table. Okay, find the best assignment of product to distributors or distributor to maximize the overall selling rating. How different is this from the previous question? How different is it?
This one is assignment, job assignment.
Okay, well, one is assignment. But how different is this assignment from the other assignment questions we've solved in the past?
So this one, we've not been given the type of, how do you call it? The method we should use.
I think the type is maximization.
Okay, that's it. 2, we are maximizing. Take note that any time you are assigning is either you minimize costs. Remember, you minimize costs and what? If the problem is about cost, you're supposed to minimize. If it's about profit, what do?
Maximize.
So here, this is more about profit, right? Because you want to maximize your overall selling rating. So you want to maximize your ratings. You don't minimize your ratings. You don't reduce your ratings. You want to have a higher rating, right? So anything you positive, you maximize, right?
Yeah.
This thing is for, okay, so I said a little so that you can take time to try it out and see, understand it better. We're going to use the same procedure. It's an assignment problem, right? Yeah. And this, I don't know, were we told what method to use? We're not told what method to use, okay. But bear in mind that you're not minimizing, you're maximizing. So that we want to establish the fact that if the approach is going to be different or the same with what we've done in the past. Or if you decide assuming we're told to find the best assignment of product to distributors to minimize something, this is to minimize costs. Would the answer be different from just using the word maximize? Assuming changing this maximize to minimize, would that affect the answer?
No.
Oh, okay, are you sure? Okay, probably. So take your time and find out when we, not in our next meeting, but I can prepare a video and send to you.
Okay.
Okay.
By
Hello, sir.
Yes, please. I'm not gone yet.
At what point will you determine this is an assignment, this is transportation, you want to maximize and minimize? I mean, these are some of the terminologies that we have to understand in solving. One of the issues to understand the question
and transportation here with this, yes, it's true. With this particular one, we're only given ratings. We're only giving ratings, but compared to the first we're given costs. Assignment, you may also be given costs or ratings, right? You may be given costs or ratings. In assignment, you're only given costs or rating, whatever, whether profit and blah, 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 right? And nothing else. But you see, like this one was transportation. We're given demand and supply in addition. We're told, apart from this particular table given here, the extra information that has demand,
network ruler, network.
Sir Fortune.
Network.
okay.
I haven't heard anything. Can what I ask? Can you, sir? Question.
Yes, please.
It's like I don't know whether it's network. All that I've said, I haven't heard anything. Maybe when we meet, or you can put it together so that this will.
Oh, okay. I didn't hear myself. My network got broken.
Oh, okay.
But please, hello. Before we sign off, right? Before we sign off.
Yeah.
I've written the number. Please try and send. Don't wait till tomorrow. You can send now. I'll see it. Okay.
Are we meeting on Wednesday? Are we meeting on Wednesday?
Yes, we should.
We are submitting these things, this particular assignment on
this weekend.
This weekend.
Yeah.
Yes.
And
so
even
please try.
The statistical
methods. I think we
yes,
have one of us, the assignment is there. We haven't targeted this one. The same topic.
I see.
Yes.
Okay, then you can send it. Let's see. Otherwise, we'll agree to meet on Wednesday to finish everything. Right?
Yeah. Mr. Fortune, we can also save time by, we can save time by you doing the video and then you share it with that because we don't have time at all. We have about 3 days. And if we say we will lose tomorrow, and we will come back.
Would you understand the video when he sent it to you?
Yes, we will understand it.
Oh, the same as
How will you ask your questions?
Okay.
You have question, you call him.
Mr. Fortune.
Yes, please.
Mr. Fortune.
I can hear you.
Chip in this. Okay, last when I think Wednesday or Friday, when you promised we'll be meeting.
Yes.
And then at the end of the day, we put flight mode and nobody can call you. You see, maybe the only thing I can tell you, when you feel, oh, it can't come on, let us know.
Yeah, it's true.
Waiting for you for 1 hour before we have to go. And I know others are also waiting for you because you promise of coming.
It's true. It's true.
Let us know. Then we all go. This is nothing because, and then sometimes really let us know so that we can use that and be copying what we have done. All other ones, but you Mayans, nobody can call you. You may, I know you put it on flight mode. It's too bad. If it's anything,
you know, that day, what happened? You know what happened?
Let them
it
know.
was Good Friday.
So I beg you.
Yeah, that one they affects all of us.
Okay.
He's speaking for us.
You should have explained that one first before we even start. We pretended.
We have just barely a month to go to write our exams.
I think his line is not going.
Yeah, I'm aware. It's not a problem.
Okay.
So after this, we
I've
have
done
to
this
look
for
at
some
the
time
stars
now.
as you promised, the stars as you promised.
Yes. I'll send you the textbook.
Okay.
Then we just need to take note of the pages and then move on.
Please,
you are doing very great job.
Thank you very much. But please let it flow. Let the pocket feel it.
Oh yes. Very important. And please, the last one concerning the stats. You know that one question we are supposed to use the p-value method.
Yes.
And you use the other method. You promise
use the Z method
instead of the p. So please let's do that one too. Then we can finalize on that one.
Yes. Okay. So what I saying? Okay, no, when we get to, don't worry, when we get then we know what to do.
I think this one you have to prepare it by tomorrow or by close of tomorrow. You have to get a video.
Are you still asking a question?
I'm saying that by close of tomorrow, we have to get a video so that we can be learning something.
Ahead. It's a very good suggestion anyway.
Yes, because we are ahead of time. Other than that, how things are going, within the few time you see that it's almost time for us to write exam. And we have a lot to do. So if the video can come quickly so that we can just take that one, then we move
be learning ahead.
Yes.
Hello, Mr. Fortune.
Please, can we fall out?
Hello.
Yes, I believe so.
The network is bad, though. Hello.
Seriously.
No.
Seriously.
Yeah.
The network is bad.
It's bad.
Anyway, thank God it's last minute, not when we're having the class. We've ended the class. We're just doing some extra discussion. So
let's get the video tomorrow as much as possible.
Yes, please. You get the video. Yeah.
Hey, you like video, wow.
Your video. You always delay with the video.
That's the point. The video shouldn't delay so that we can be learning ahead.
As we talk now, it's ready. As we talk, it's ready.
Wow, that's great.
But the problem is that some of you have not saved my number. You've not saved this WhatsApp number. So even when I share, you don't get it. Later on, you call, you don't have it. I have to send to you. That's what I've realized. I send as a broadcast message.
Yeah.
So just be sure you've saved my number.
The network, Sally. Bye-bye.
Okay. Mr. Fortune, you have to be praying for us too.
Oh, no problem. Now you are assured. So please send something. I'm waiting. Tonight I'm not sleeping if I don't see messages.
Colleagues, let's send something. Let's send something.
You see, we are starting school tomorrow. Feeding fee and other things. Okay, good night.
Yeah, good night, bro.
Thank you.
Charlie.